Hi, my name is Emily. Welcome to my garden. It's the place where dreams are cultivated. I have a great show planned for you today, full of Halloween spirit. See you in a minute. I'm at the Big Apple in Wrentham, Massachusetts, and I've encountered quite a spirit here. What is your name?
My name is Cacky. That's short for Cackles.
What I really wanted to do was get an interview with a real broomstick flying, cauldron stirring witch.
That's my brother. Can't you tell he got a nose job? Hey, get off the camera time. It's fine.
You seem to know your way around this place.
Oh, I sure do. I help him sweep the floors with my great broom.
The bogeyman, now considered an evil spirit, was originally part of the game of golf. In the 19th century, standard score, or par, was assumed to be the score of an imaginary skillful player named Colonel Bogey, against whom the real players competed instead of against one another. Today, a bogey is a score of one shot over par. I don't know, what do you think about all of these vegetables? Do you do a lot of cooking?
No, not too much. Whatever I can catch, I just throw in my pot.
Scarecrows date back in origin to the earliest settlers. One of the children's main summer and fall chores was to hide in small basket houses until crows and deer came into fields to eat. The children would then run after the hungry animals and birds, making loud noises and beating drums to chase them away from the crops. Native American tribes tried putting carved wooden hawks on posts. The birds and the animals kept coming, so boys wearing wolf skins over their heads waited to drive them away with a slingshot. British colonists took their cue from the Indians and hung strips of cloth, animal skins, and bones, but by the late 1600s they started building human figures, scarecrows dressed in cast-off clothes, gourds or pumpkins for heads. The bottle tree origins date back to Africa and then became very popular down south. It was believed that bottles suspended in the trees would attract evil spirits when the sun glimmered through the bottles. Spirits would then be trapped and dissipate in the light of day.
This is where the apples come through and they get peeled and sliced and they use them for their pies.
I think I broke that machine last year. They must have fixed it by now from the looks of all those pies. So, want to show me how to peel an apple?
Sure, we can peel an apple.
Okay.
No, you gotta be quick.
Okay.
Double it up. Whoa.
Cut. All right, now we're on the other side of the machine, John. What are we going to do next?
Well, now we gotta slice them.
Slice them.
And we also want to take the seed sack out.
Okay.
The
seed
seeds in the
sack.
middle.
Say that 3 times fast.
Seed sack, seed sack, seed sack.
That's okay. Okay.
By the seashore.
All right.
Anyways, and so we want to slice them up.
Okay.
So we gotta flip the switch on this side. Hopefully we'll see if it all works. There's the slicer. And there's the shaker.
Okay. Slicer and a shaker.
Shakes the seed sacks out of the slices.
All right. What are you going to do? Where are you going to put it?
Take an apple. You just set it right down in there. And it goes down there.
Voila. Now they're all peeled and ready to make a pie with.
Make a pie, yep.
If you want to.
Yeah, you can eat them just like that.
Can I have one?
Sure.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Here you go.
Not too shabby, Joe. They're great. What kind are these anyhow?
These are Paula Reds.
Paula Reds.
Yep.
More coming up.
More coming up.
experience with apples, I know.
Oh, yes. Is this your mom and dad? I bet you she'd like a poison apple for him.
Today, in the United States and other countries around the world, the eve of October 31st means one thing to millions of youngsters. The word itself, Halloween, actually has its origins in the Catholic Church. November 1st, All Hallows Day, or All Saints' Day, is a Catholic day of observance in honor of saints. On All Hallows, many churches stage plays called pageants. Gradually, the costumes of Halloween change from the traditional horses, saints, and devils to ghosts, witches, to goblins. Some people hope that dressing in scary costumes would trick demons prowling the earth on Halloween into thinking they were demons too. Eventually, the custom of dressing up in costume and the custom of going from house to house in search of treats were combined. On All Souls' Day, November 2nd, the poor in England walked from door to door begging for food. The custom was called going a-souling. When people gave the poor special treats, they promised in return to say prayers for those of the family who had died. A soul cake was a square bun decorated with currants, you see. It was a special holiday treat that filled bakers' shops just for this one day. If the kids received a treat, they moved on next door. If not, they performed a trick. As the years passed, more children than adults went around on All Souls' Day seeking apples, buns, and money. I thought it would be a great idea to show you a little decorating that I do every year with shoes. I have a tendency to plant shoes, but what I'm going to show you today is how to make these little cylinder tubes so that you can turn any pair of shoes, or these little whimsical witches shoes that you can find in the store this time of year, into a great decorating idea. Just line them all up by your front step. These are witches shoes, of course, and all I've done is run off on the computer some red and white striped lines. You can do the same with the kids with a crayon. Only takes a minute to draw those lines and they don't have to be perfect. Let me show you how we do that. Oh, stay there for just a minute, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I had to get a few things. This is a little difficult for me not to put everything on the table because my mother always told me that it was bad luck to put shoes on a table. Don't know if it's true, not taking any chances. Grab your sheets of paper, form them into a cylinder and staple. One end to the other end. Simple as that. Now you can see that there is a little bit of a white margin here. Where are those scissors? Forgot my glasses too. I don't know, it must be something in the air. You can just cut those margins off like so. Ta-da! You got your witch's shoe. You can use any old shoes. I've even used my own shoes. Okay, I never said I was a fashion plate. Put your cylinder into the shoe. Now if it doesn't stay up, go outside, find yourself some acorns. There's a lot of them this year. It's going to be a rough winter. Nature takes care of itself. Drop them inside and voila, we have achieved witch's shoes. Aren't these great? We part until we meet again. See you next time here in Emily's Garden. Happy Halloween!
She's the most awesome witch I've ever seen.
I made her to say that.
No, I didn't. Even with that little thing on your nose.
Yeah.
For my monster, from his slapping hand to rise.